Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Name Dropping with Pollo. My name is Pollo Delmar, I'm your hostess, and whether you're joining me through the Huffington Post, GuideToGay.com, or my YouTube channel, welcome. Tonight I emceed a show at the Crib, San Francisco's legendary 18 and over nightclub, with none other than RuPaul's Drag Race star, Miss India Ferrah. Now, many of you remember India Ferrah because she and Mimi Imfurst made history during the lip sync for the live portion on season 3 when Mimi picked India up and threw her over her shoulders. Certainly set tongues wagging throughout the drag world and branded both women a great place in Drag Race history because it's one of the most memorable moments that I can think of. Backstage tonight at the Crib, I had an opportunity to talk to India and ask her whether or not the two women still have a rivalry, if you will, or if there are any hurt feelings. Let's go backstage and see what India had to say.
People want to know, have you guys made up?
Yes, we have made up. During that time, people did things during the lip sync performances like Shangela and Venus, they attacked each other, blah, blah, blah. It was during filming, we've made up, we've done more shows together than me and any of the other stars from the season. So, yeah, I love Mimi.
I'm thinking I can throw you over my shoulders too. I think I can make her.
I've got my life vest on tonight. You can throw me over your shoulder.
As you may recall, I've been a longtime friend of Mimi Imfurst, well before she was cast on Drag Race, and I've always found her to be quite a delightful individual, a little bit quirky and very different at times, but an absolutely wonderful, genuine person. And after working with India, I find that they have quite a bit in common. Both are fantastic performers, and if you haven't had an opportunity to see India live or to check her out on YouTube, I encourage you to do that. She's an amazing performer. And India, anytime you want to return to San Francisco, you definitely have a home with me in the Castro at the Glamour Zone. I think that the people at the cafe would absolutely eat you up. Many of you know that this Sunday, September 18th, Miss BeBe Zahara Benet is going to be in the house. BeBe is the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 1, and she is making her debut at the cafe Sunday night when she performs in the Glamour Zone. I've been teasing you for weeks about BeBe's big photo shoot with acclaimed San Francisco photographer Jose A. Guzman Colon. Now, I've personally shot behind-the-scenes footage from their huge photo shoot a few weeks ago. If you've already seen the recent ads for BeBe at the cafe, you've gotten the first glimpse of one of Jose's pictures, but let's go behind the scenes right now to take a peek at what he and BeBe made together. It's absolutely magic. Look for additional incredible photos coming from BeBe Zahara Benet, especially timed to the release of her upcoming new single, Dirty Drums. That will be out in mid-October with Jose's pictures on the cover. And if you check back with me, I'm going to try to be not only the first to show you what the cover of that new single will look like, but to let you have a listen to the song as well. BeBe, I know you're watching. Girl, give me the scoop. Speaking of inside scoops, coming on October 1st to San Francisco is the GLEE Project star, Emily Vasquez. Now, you might remember Emily from the Oxygen Network show where they were looking to determine the next breakout star for television's GLEE. Emily Vasquez was the Puerto Rican New Yorker who performed the hit Grenade by Bruno Mars, wowing audiences and judges alike, only on that same episode to be sent home because judges felt that she was unable to be vulnerable on television. I had an opportunity to speak with Emily this week, and she was talking to me about everything from her strong and longtime commitment to the LGBT community, both because of her huge number of gay and lesbian friends, as well as a brother who is gay who raised her, to her new single called Slow Motion. Actually, Slow Motion just hit YouTube, so look up Emily Vasquez and Slow Motion. Let's take a listen to it right now, a little bit of the song. Doesn't it remind you a little bit of Jordan Sparks? Now, for those of you who don't know, actually, Emily competed against Jordan Sparks in a way because both were up for casting on Broadway's In the Heights. Of course, Jordan had a far greater name recognition and got the role playing Nina on Broadway. But Emily said that she would absolutely love that role. And I could totally see her, especially now that In the Heights is beginning a second national tour. Emily, I think you have a great opportunity. I want to point out one more thing about Emily's new single, Slow Motion. Check out the YouTube video because she informed me that the director of the video is actually a drag queen. See, we can do anything, whether it's host our own Huffington Post video blog or direct a music video. Drag queens, power. Emily will be in town, as I said, on Saturday, October 1st, performing with RuPaul's Drag Race star Jessica Wilde at a big benefit at San Francisco's Mission High School Auditorium. queensofthecastro.com will give you more details and tell you how to get tickets. Darla Gale, Genitalia, thanks so much, girls, for setting me up with that interview with Emily Vasquez, which will, in fact, be in both the San Francisco Bay Times and on Guide to Gay very soon. The same weekend that Emily Vasquez and RuPaul's Drag Race star Jessica Wilde are in town doing that big benefit for LGBTQ youth, there's going to be a fabulous performance by Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark at San Francisco's Warfield. Now, you might remember, as most people do, O.M.D. from their fantastic contribution to the 1986 movie Pretty in Pink. Their hit, If You Leave, topped pop charts around the world. I want to give you a quick listen to their new single, If You Want It. If you haven't seen the music video for this, you're going to want to go to YouTube and check it out. OMD's If You Want It. The video is very sexy. There's incredible, hot, man-on-man action. Well, sort of, kind of. Definitely turned me on. Now, I had an opportunity to speak with OMD's Andy McCluskey this week, and he was telling me how an outcry from the LGBT audience actually made them change the date of their upcoming San Francisco performance. They had booked themselves head-to-head against fellow 80s synth pop icons, Erasure. Now, with Andy Bell and Vince Clarke coming to Oakland the same day, O.M.D. quickly backpedaled. According to Andy McCluskey, he said that so many gay people would be going to see Erasure that night that they did not want to cut their audience in half. So they moved their performance at the Warfield back to Monday, October 3rd. Next week, we're going to have a lot of new interviews. I'm going to be talking to upcoming pop star Liz Primo, fabulous Skylar Grey, who you might know from her writing credits on the incredible I Love the Way You Lie, which was obviously #1 single for Eminem and Rihanna. And I'll also hopefully be talking to Mystique Summers. You know her. I'm from Chicago, bitch! That's right, Mystique, I'm going to be giving you a call, girl. You know, I love gossiping with you guys, but we're out of time. Until next week, my name's Pollo Del Mar. Follow me on Twitter. Look me up and like me on Facebook. Until then, we've been name dropping, and I'll see you soon.